6,000 years ago on this earth, the only beings that existed were hermaphrodites, what we call the he-she people. And this is where in Genesis you go, and God pulled Eve out of Adam. You can't look at it literal though. The hermaphrodites were the he-she people. So you had beings that came from another planet that took the genes and altered it and saw that they could pull the she out of the he within the hermaphrodite and make two different types of sexes. This is where you get Eve coming out of Adam, but not literally. The telomeres on our chromosomes have been tainted. It has been altered. When you look at the chromosomes today, they have been capped off. And the chromosomes identify the aging process. And this is why today we think that 100 years old is old. No, it's not. Before the caps was on the chromosomes or was placed there by other entities from other planets, we lived longer as hermaphrodites. There are planets with other breeds of races and humanities that still exist today. Hermaphrodites still exist in their original form on other planets. We are the created beings, whether you like it or not. We are the created beings. We are breakoffs of these hermaphrodites or these androgynous races. Do your research. Because what they call junk DNA in us today wasn't junk before. Some of our DNA has been turned off. Some of our genetics have been switched off. There's things that we used to could do, right? And now other forms that we can't do now. Just imagine this. Imagine that pit bulls just lived on this earth and they represent the humans. They never seen a Saint Bernard a day in their life. And because they've been conditioned and taught that other breeds of dogs don't exist, all they know is themselves as pit bulls. But then imagine a Saint Bernard come down to the earth. They're going to look at it and be like, this thing look crazy. Why? Because it hadn't been taught that there were other breeds and forms of dogs. That's the same thing for the human race. We think that we are the only forms of humans on this earth when there are other beings that's living on other planets, maybe with 3 eyes, 2 brains, 4 arms, and we'll look at them and think that they're crazy when that's not true. It's just that you have been taught that you are the only people that exist in this universe. And that is not so. How can you be the only breed of people in this universe when the universe is infinite? This is not the only planet. You are not the only people. There are species visiting our earth that is human, or in human form, shall I say. And they have the ability to do things that we can't. And we have the ability to do things that other people from other planets or other forms of humanity can't do. And so we look at cloning. Yes, we're going to go to cloning. And so we look at cloning and think that cloning is impossible. Go into nature. Nature clones itself. We clone ourselves. They've taught us to hate science. They taught us to hate mathematics because this is the true spiritual subjects of our ancestors. Our ancestors is not the form of human that we think, of humanity that we think. Those people that built the pyramids did not look like us. They were hermaphrodites. They left the planet. And they will come back every once in a while to build. This is a laboratory. This earth is one big laboratory to create different races, different cultures, different beings. And they got you thinking that you are the only one. Open your eyes, my people. Black Science TV 111. Osei Kufuor. I'm out. Peace.